Ah, honestly, 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 what the hell, man? What just happened? I swear to God, as Bundia was kicking the ball into the back of the net, I fell to the ground and just started screaming, no, 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 not this again. We keep doing this versus Aston Villa, and I have to give them so much credit, but I hate to do it. But Aston Villa are a thorn in our side. Aston Villa are a team that just constantly finds a way to beat us. Aston Villa is the team that has been the perennial team that would just constantly be our bogey team. And they did it again. In the last 31 games, they have lost one game at home. What made me think we were going to go there and win? From the minute we started the game, we were off it. We were not performing well. Eze was off it. Moreno was off it. Saka was off it. That whole first half, I opened up my eyes and I said to myself, is this what life's going to be like without Saliba and Gabriel? Is this what life is going to be like without Gabriel and Saliba? Now, I'm not sitting here talking about the Premier League at all. Forget about the Premier League. That game is one of the toughest games we have played this season. That first half performance was the worst forced first half performance we have had this season in Arsenal, in the Champions League, in the League Cup, in every single game. That was the worst first half performance I have seen by any Arsenal team this year. First things first, give all the credit and respect to Aston Villa. They did their job. They did a professional job. They smashed it at the end. They deserved the win too, even though they smashed it at the end. The game started off, I thought our fans were louder than them, but they quickly drowned out our fans. They We scored a goal that was offside. Eze tapped it in from Saka, passing him the ball early in the game. That was the first little action that we did, but it didn't mean nothing. It was meaningless because it was offside. Then we had the situation where we were struggling. We were struggling for control of the ball, control of possession, control of the midfield. We were just struggling. That first half was a dogfight, and we were losing that fight. We were coming out of that fight knocked down a couple times. That's how poor we were in that first half. The struggle was real. And from when Aston Villa scored, I said, we are going to struggle to win from this position. Away, Aston Villa is a difficult place to go and win. But guess what? Mikel Arteta made the substitutions that I was looking for. I thought Eze and Marino were poor today. I thought they were off it. They were not as good as they usually are, and they needed to be subbed off at halftime. He brought on Gyökeres and Trossard, and Gyökeres and Trossard really made the game a little bit better for us. It allowed us to have another person who's clinical in Trossard. It allowed us to have another runner in Gyökeres, and somebody else who can hold up play. As much as he doesn't do it as well as some of the greats of all time, he was still holding up play for us. We were still getting into it. We gained more control of the game in the second half. That first 10 minutes of the second half was the best bit of football we played throughout the game. And when we equalized and Trossard came off the bench and equalized for us, I'm like, yes, we're in it. We're back in it. We're in a position where we now can go on to win it, and let's go do it. But guess what happened? Guess what happened, ladies and gentlemen? We had shot after shot after shot after shot, and it was just continuous. Now, if I just name off some of the shots that we had in this game and continuously went straight at the keeper, went straight at the goalkeeper, went straight at the goalkeeper, like Odegaard had one ridiculous shot saved by Emi Martinez from his fingertips, and I was like, wow, wow, I just couldn't believe my eyes. Let me just take you back. After Trossard scored his goal, after Trossard scored his goal, we had they had a little bit of pressure. They had a couple good chances. They took a couple shots, and we were lucky that they did not score because the ball went straight through Reyes' hands and went out the other end. And we were so lucky there. We got lucky. Then Odegaard has his chance. Then Rice has his chance. Then Odegaard once again has his chance in the fingertips of Raya of Emi Martinez. And then Saka has his chance and it's blocked. And then Timber has a chance and it's nowhere near the target. Oh my God. And then they go on to the other end. And I swear to you, my time slowed down again. We're now in the 80th minute and it's Damian Malen takes a shot, just clears the far post. And I'm like, calm down, boys. Calm down. We need to do something. What does Arteta do? Arteta takes off Saka and brings on Madueke. He takes off what do you call it, Trossard, and brings on Martinelli. He takes off Calafiori and brings on what do you call it, Miles Lewis Skelly. And a game that which we thought we had some control, we lost all control. All control. We couldn't get the ball to Martinelli. We couldn't get the ball to Nani Madueke. We couldn't do anything in the final third anymore. We lost all control. It was an absolute shambles from that point on. From that point on, it was an absolute shambles. And I was just looking at myself. I'm saying to myself, why did Saka come off the pitch for Nani Madueke? I think a 20% fit Saka is better than Nani Madueke. But I'm not going to be too critical. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Oh my God, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? And you know what? Fair play to Nani Madueke. From the moment Saka and Trossard came off, our attack was non-existent. When I say non-existent, our best chance came from Nani Madueke shooting it into the side netting. That was our best chance. From the moment Trossard and Saka came off the pitch, we were trying to play long balls over the top on the counter or something, but we didn't even play a long ball over the top. Like Martinelli was sitting over there on the other side, like, hello, I'm over here. But they didn't find him. They couldn't see him. They couldn't pick out a pass to him because no one could get on the ball. And boys and girls, Gabriel and Saliba do so much work heading away balls, not letting teams go long on us. We are open to every freaking long ball. And just too many I say we have a good squad. We do have a good squad, but at a certain point, the amount of injuries we had, you can feel it. You can feel it when you have that many players changing on a regular basis. You can eventually start to feel it, and you can see in that performance, we missed the height and physicality of a Gabriel, a Saliba, and a Mascara. Nobody there could head away any of those long balls, and Aston Villa would just come straight down with it. The goal that ended up getting scored from. The ball is in the air. We're trying to head it away. Why is the ball getting headed straight back into the air? Buendia brings it down. One touch, boom, brings it down. Easy. What do? There's numerous shots go off. Tillemans takes a shot. Buendia takes a shot. Kamara takes a shot. And then finally, Buendia scores. And the way that he took the ball straight from Timber's feet and Declan Rice's feet and just said, I'm going to take this, whoop, slips it in. And I was like, when I say, wallahi, I actually sat there and I just said to myself, I still believe we can win the league, but why don't things come easy to us? Why does everything have to be the hard way? Why do we have to be the team that has to struggle? Why couldn't we just, why do all these things happen to us? Aston Villa is a really good team. I'm not going to sit here and disrespect them. They fully deserve the win. Even a draw was a disappointing result for them. It would have been 2 points. It would have been 2 points dropped on paper, but it would have been 1 point gain based on our performance. But boys and girls, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous because now I look at the table. I see Aston Villa in second on 30 points, Arsenal on 33 points, 15 games played. Man City haven't played yet. They're going to be 2 points closer if they beat Sunderland. They smell blood. They smell blood. They see it. They see it in their vision. They're like, you know what? We can catch them. But I don't believe this is anywhere near done. We still have so many hiccups. We still have so much that can go our way or against us. I get it. I'm not too panicked. But boys and girls, this was a heartbreaking defeat at the end. Aston Villa deserved the win. We did not deserve to win. We did not play well. We go again versus Wolves. It's a great game to bounce back at home versus Wolves. Hopefully, we can get Saliba back and some of the boys back, and we can gain some confidence back. We've just come out of a very, very difficult fixture list. We played Sunderland, we played Tottenham, we played Chelsea, we played Brentford, we played Aston Villa. It's been a very tough 5 games. Our next couple games, hopefully they're going to be a little bit easier. We're not going to be struggling as much, and we can gain some of our fitness back from some of our players. It's going to be tough versus Everton, but next we have Wolves. It's a get-right game for us. Hopefully we can get back into it. We have Club Brugge in the Champions League midweek. It's not the end of the world. Saka was individual performances from players. I'm going to just speak about it right now. I thought Raya deserved. He didn't do much wrong, to be fair. Besides the ball going between his feet, I'll give him overall, I'll give him a 6. I thought Ben White was solid. I thought Timber and Hincapié couldn't win many aerial duels. Like, how many aerial duels did they? Hincapié won all his aerial duels. Timber had one aerial duel. Was it the midfield that was just losing the ball every 2 seconds? Honestly, I feel like the whole back line. I'm just gonna give them a 5. Nah, you know what? That's not even fair. Calafiori, Hincapié, Timber, all of them get 6s. I'm going to give Zubamendi a 6 also. I thought Declan Rice and Odegaard get 6.5s in my opinion. I thought the worst starters on the pitch were Eze and Moreno. They both get 5s. Saka wasn't that great in my opinion. He created some chances, but overall, the end product wasn't there. I'm going to give him a 6.5 also. The players who came off the bench, Trossard gets a 7. I thought Gyökeres was solid also to a certain degree. I'll give him a 6.5. Nani Madueke, I can't fault him. I'm going to just give him a 6. And then Mazu, Skelly, and Martinelli, what were they? They weren't even on for long. Today, Emery masterclass against us. Fair play to Emery. Arteta, you gotta do better. You can't consistently stick with the same lineup if you have your best players back. You need to just trust Gyökeres, start him in this game maybe, or at least when you've seen things went wrong, you try to make the changes. I can't fault Arteta too much. I'm gonna say Arteta has maybe 30% of the blame. The rest of it, I'll just say, you know what, the team was better than us and a little bit acclimatized to the injuries also. Overall, not a great performance, not a great result. Nothing good happened today. Only thing we can hope for is we bounce back and we don't let this affect us at the end of the year. But yeah, this is a massive 3 points dropped. And Aston Villa, they're going to be a tough out for many teams. Just that's the only thing positive we can take from it. PSG didn't beat them. We were the last team to beat them at their ground. So fair play to Aston Villa. I'm out of here, people. Let me just check if you guys have any comments. People are going to say, hold that. People are going to be sarcastic. You can say whatever the hell you want, mate. I've given you my analysis. If you have anything else to say, leave a comment down below. Hit that like button if you haven't already done so. And we'll catch you in the next video. Love for the love, people. You already know what it is. Eagle Talks Football. We are out of here. Peace.